which is the 7th Street, Washington and 7th Street, where everyone drives past when they go home, and what they see, nobody should see. I mean, the street is sometimes blocked with people. So we can show how you can take a neighborhood one block at a time, one corner at a time, and we can revitalize our city. And this is an example, and that's why I wanted you here. Today, we also have someone who has invested in this block, and we're going to have him say a few words, because I do believe that we can come together. We can make Wilmington the greatest city. We are so small. We should be able to do it. We all know each other. We are friends. Even when we disagree, we are friends. And I believe that it can be done. So at this point, I do want to say that I, Maria Cabrera, Maria de Los Angeles Cabrera Reyes Diaz, and the child of Ruperta Morales, the daughter of the late Angel Enrique Cabrera and Adrian Morales, because he raised me, am formally announcing to run for mayor of the city of Wilmington. Thank you. As mayor, one of my top priorities will be to recreate the success we see here at this location through public-private partnerships across all Wilmington. These partnerships will incentivize the private sector to invest in our city and generate even more money for local government to use in our communities. As a city council member, I supported the land banking initiative and believe this is a positive start to rebuilding our neighborhoods. In the coming weeks, I will be releasing my strategic plans on how to renew and revitalize our city. But the first step to achieving these goals is to inject the type of fresh ideas, new energy, and leadership that I will bring to the mayor's office. Let me say something briefly about my competitors. Some people ask me, why am I getting in this race now that many other candidates have been running for a while? I have to tell you, I was not jumping to enter the race. I watched the field develop closely. I love my city, and I want to see it led by a dynamic mayor with great ideas, with a powerful vision for our city. And as more candidates enter the race, I kept looking for that leader. I attended the debate. I listened to their proposals. I looked at their track records, and this is what I found. Some of the people running seem to have good ideas, but even if they were elected mayor, I don't believe that they have the background and experience to see them through. Others running have many connections and government backgrounds, but they lack the passion and the vision that our city needs. I am the only candidate that brings both of those qualities to the table: the passion to build a better city and the knowledge and experience to get the job done. And that is why there is a clear path to victory for me in this race. I am already a proven vote-getter, having won a citywide election to city council. And in a crowded field, I clearly stand out. Listen to this. Are you ready? Wilmington has been electing mayors for almost 200 years, yet we have never had a female mayor. I think it's time, don't you? I am going to work hard to bring all parts of the city together. Men and women, black, white, brown, our elders and our youth, the native-born and the new arrivals to our country. We need everyone pulling together on this rope to get our city across the finish line. We can win this race, but the way we will do it is by having an army of regular citizens like you who care about our community, to get involved and make the difference. Let me make it clear. I am for the people because I am one of the people. I am not a politician. I am a public servant elected to office by the people. For over 2 decades, I have been working in this community as a change agent. If something needed to be done, I did it. If someone needed help, I gave it. If someone's message couldn't be heard, I was their voice. Long before I ever imagined I would be elected to office, I have been a voice for the voiceless, an advocate. See, Being a community leader is not about choosing to lead, but people choosing to follow you. So in closing, let me say again that I cannot tell you enough how much I appreciate you being here today to share this historical moment with me. And I can't thank you enough for the support I know you'll be providing to me throughout this race. And I know how much you care about this city. And I know that together, we are going to build an even greater Wilmington. We know that it takes volunteers, it takes money, it takes so much to run a campaign. It's one of the hardest things that many of us will ever do. So I hope that you will join me, that you will support me. We have information, we have flyers right here with our address of our campaign office, which is strategically located in Trinity vicinity, where I happen to live. And Trinity vicinity is a wonderful, beautiful neighborhood. But all I have to do is go half a block and I get to see what my neighbors go through, how my neighbors are being held hostage in their neighborhood. I get to see firsthand the crime in our city and live adjacent to a neighborhood that recently has had the most shootings and violence, which is West Center City. I drive past Madison Street on my way home every day. I am the only elected official that lives this close. I say a joke, I always say, I'm in the hood. I'm in the beautiful neighborhood of Trinity vicinity, but I am right in the middle of what is going on in our city. And I am amazed and I am appalled that this has been allowed to go on, that this has been allowed to happen to such a beautiful city, that people would come through and say, this looks more like a town than a city. A city where people used to say, we can't believe it's a city because there's no trash on the streets. Now I have to fight tooth and nail to get the trash removed off the streets. I have more pictures in my phone of trash in the city of Wilmington than I do of my beautiful grandchildren, which I am publicly admitting that I am a grandmother now. Been in denial for 8 years, but we're coming out, coming clean. So with that said, I really want to ask someone to say a few words who came here today, and he is one of the investors in this neighborhood, and that would be Frank Brevort. And I do remember Frank from many years ago, and I want him to share with you what this neighborhood used to look like versus what it looks like now. And we have a few other people that want to say a few words. So I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. I know we can do this together, and I am the right person to do it. And the time is when? The time is now. We're going to rethink how we do business in the city of Wilmington. We are going to be a business user-friendly city. We are going to rebuild our neighborhoods, and we are going to restore civility to the city of Wilmington. Remember that, folks. We're going to do what? We're going to rethink, we're going to rebuild, and we're going to restore. Thank you so much.
Hello, I'm Frank Reward. I'm president of the Greater Wilmington Housing Providers. We have about 45 landlords and represent over